Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Bassplay 12, or Mitch as you guys know me. This is going to be the last video in the dynamics of worship. We've talked about the music being too loud and how to approach that. We've talked about how the worship, if it is too loud, how you might be a little hesitant to sing. You might not be able to hear yourself, and so that whole dynamic of should I sing even though I can't hear myself, and what if I sound really bad to the person in front of me? Anyway, this is going to be the third one, and please do not get offended by this. If God is telling you to do a certain, go a certain direction with worship, then disregard everything I'm saying. The only viewpoint that I'm coming from is being in worship for so long, you always have these do's and these don'ts. But again, God can move in whatever way He wants. So if you're a worship leader, if you're a pastor, disregard everything I'm saying. If you hear God saying, go against what Bassplay 12 is saying. So, so here are a few things that I have come to just learn as being in a worship band for a lot of years. The first one is try not to throw too many new songs at the congregation at a quick pace, because not only have I been on the worship team side of it, but I've also been on the congregation side of it. Like, what's this song? This is like the second week and there's another new song or two new songs. And so it's hard to get into worship when you're trying to learn all these new songs as a band and as a congregation. And so I would say if you're a worship leader, try to stick with the song at least a month and a half, to give the congregation a chance to learn it so they can sing along with it. If you bust out a new song every week, now they're like, what's this song? Now I have to learn a new song. It would be the same way it would be with your worship band. You don't want to be busting out new songs for them to learn unless your goal is, hey, let's learn like these 12 songs so we can play them over and over again. It's kind of like the radio, guys. There's a lot of songs where it took me a while to enjoy it. But if you play it once and then, take it away, I'm going to be like, well, I never got a chance to learn it, and I never got a chance to like it either. Second of all, I would not ditch your oldies but goodies. There's some songs that people just know like the back of their hand. And you don't want to get away from those, because a lot of times I've been in worship services where they pull out the oldies and people are like, yeah, I know that song. And it kind of goes back to the familiarity with songs, is you don't get into the point where you just never bring them back. I mean, I listen to 80s stations because I want to hear those songs again. I know them. I get excited when I hear them. And to just continually do new songs, and ditch the old ones, now your congregation is just going to, feel like they're disconnected from those songs that they know and they love. Another thing would be, don't ditch the hymns. You have a lot of older folks that just love the hymns. And I loved the church that I played for worship, where we took the hymns and we just kind of modernized it. We didn't lose the words, but we just made it so that people could sing along. They're like, oh yeah, I remember this hymn, but gave it a little more contemporary feel. So that way you don't lose the younger people, like, the organ and the hymn books. And you can basically pull off the best of both worlds, having the hymn and contemporary music at the same time. So, putting it all together, again, these are just things that I have in, being on the worship team and being in a congregation for so many years. It's just felt, weird. It's felt uncomfortable at times when you have these new songs that you don't get a chance to learn, and then they, continue to put out newer songs that you still don't know. And a lot of times, you ditch certain songs that you really enjoy and really like. And so I don't know, again, if if God is telling you to disregard everything I'm saying, you better do it. But I'm just saying these are the things that I've come to feel like it stifles worship sometimes, and it makes it a little difficult. And you can feel free to put, your comments in the comment section about how you feel about everything I've said today. But it's just something that I have come to learn, over all these years. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this worship of, just different observations and things that I've learned over the years. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.